Welcome to the world of high-level political commentary, where Ian and Anisa are hating on an Iranian immigrant for saying that America is more free than Iran.
They're going to come find me and they're going to drone strike me. The Iranian government will drone strike me if I say mean things. Are they going to check his last 5 years of social media history?
He's nervous in this moment.
You guys are laughing at him, but he is nervous. The screen you guys have paused shows him saying in closed captions, "I am worried for my family." 2 days later, mass protests would break out and the regime was estimated to have killed thousands of people. Hasan has been crashing out at NBA player Deni Advia for making the All-Star team. He's saying that the voting must be rigged by Israel because the player was born in Israel.
It's not surprising if there's any sort of voter process, Mossad will come in and just game it.
Dude, this guy thinks Israel is behind everything. Deni Advia is averaging 26 points a game. He's trying to cancel him by saying he served in the Israeli military.
He served in the Israeli occupational forces.
But if you take 2 seconds and look at his Wikipedia page, you can see that he didn't serve. He got a deferment from military service to go play basketball. He's literally just making stuff up about the guy. He's hating him based on where he was born. You should be proud of your heritage. That's why I started to look into my own heritage with My Heritage. The results are not what I was expecting. It was super easy. My Heritage sent me this box where you simply swab your cheek. It takes like 2 minutes. Send it back to the lab. Within only a few weeks, you'll be able to see a percentage breakdown of your origins for only $29. They support over 42 different ethnicities from over 2,000 geographic regions. It plays this really cool custom video with music that matches your ethnic background. Oh, here we go! Hey, dude, get me on The Sopranos. I got that Sicilian blood. My heritage is from Southern Italy, Ireland, Scotland, Northern Italy, and a whole mix of other places. If you're from America, it shows this interactive map of when your ancestors likely immigrated over. It immediately clocks that I live in the Midwest. I am truly a mutt, and with it, you can discover other relatives based off of your DNA. Uncover all the family secrets. Like, I always knew this cousin was adopted. Discover lost relatives, build your family tree, or even look at your ancient origins going back over 10,000 years. You can see your DNA from the Bronze Age to the Middle Ages. Seeing where your ancestors were during the time of the Roman Empire is so cool. You can also see traits in your DNA which might explain why you're a night owl or why you don't like spicy food. And it's important to mention that My Heritage is committed to its privacy policy to never license out or sell your genetic data. If you or someone you know is into their family origins, there's not a better deal out there. With my link, you're not just getting a DNA kit, you're getting a 30-day free trial, free shipping, ancient origins, and so much more. Be sure to support the channel and check it out. Thank you, My Heritage, for sponsoring this video. If you've seen any of my past videos, you'll already know that Hasan speaks very confidently about things he knows nothing about. His evidence that the NBA All-Star voting is rigged is that Deni received fewer votes last year than this year.
The reason why there is some suspicion that there is some fuckery afoot is because of the voting process, I think. If there's any sort of voter process, Mossad will come in and just game it. They will game it. Yeah, last year he got 20K votes. This year he got 2.2 million votes.
Wow, it's as if averaging 10 less points a game and 3 less rebounds makes a difference. It makes perfect sense why he would receive more votes this year. Hasan then watches LeBron James defend Deni's place, so then he just starts calling LeBron a Zionist.
LeBron James on Deni Avdija, he's had a hell of a season. No! Oh no, they got him.
He's playing great basketball. He's having a hell of a season.
The Zionist came out and offered a defensive Deni. This is devastating. My goat is washed a little bit here.
If people want to go after Deni for his political statements, by all means do it. But now we're at the conspiracy theory of Israel controls the NBA now.
The gaming of the process, NBA Netanyahu basketball. Yeah. Netanyahu Benjamin Association. That's what NBA stands for. NBA stands for Netanyahu Benjamin Association now.
Hasan's been bragging about how much of a political savant he is because of his 2025 predictions list.
The reason why you give me the big bucks is because you come here to figure out what the news of tomorrow is gonna look like.
But when you look at his predictions from last year, they're so obvious. Trump politics becomes the new norm. By this time, Donald Trump had already won the presidential election. At that point, isn't it already the new norm? TikTok doesn't get banned. Did anyone actually think that TikTok would be permanently banned? Now that would have been a bold prediction. At least one natural disaster. What are the odds of there being 0 natural disasters? What, you want a pat on the back for that? Canada won't be annexed into the US. So his viewers are watching this and they're just stunned that he's gotten these right. He's so proud of these predictions.
Look at this, okay? This is the reason why you come to me for reliable analysis.
His 2026 predictions are just as stupid. He's like, AI will lead to issues.
AI will get completely out of control.
Everybody knows this. People have been saying this for 5 years. He says his predictions are why everybody watches him, and then he says nothing will happen in Iran.
As far as like Iran goes, I think like, you know, stuff heats up in Iran all the time. I don't foresee Iran getting into some serious trouble anytime soon.
Hasan made this prediction 4 days after the protest in Iran started. Since the government has shut down all communication in and out of the country, some sources estimate that over 30,000 protesters have been killed. He's 1 day into the new year and he's already wrong, but it gets worse.
Trump doesn't invade Venezuela.
Hasan's stream was on January 2nd. That night, the United States kidnapped the Venezuelan president. This guy frames himself as a geopolitics expert, yet somehow he's always getting his predictions wrong. Other geopolitical channels were calling this out in November. Ryan Macbeth put it as the free space of his 2026 predictions bingo card.
I'm going to start with number 0, which really isn't a prediction, it's almost fate, so that's why it's the free space on my bingo card. Venezuela. Maduro is finished. There is no outcome where Maduro continues as a leader of Venezuela. Whether it is right or wrong, this is simply what is going to happen.
This guy was wrong about Ukraine, wrong about Venezuela, wrong about Iran. We're at the point where if he says your country is safe, I'm worried for you.
I also don't think China doesn't militarily invade Taiwan.
Sometimes I can't tell if he's making a prediction or if he's just stating his agenda for the year.
Lying is even more OP than it's ever been. Calling it. You can just be like, no, I'm lying.
Brother, you've spent 6 months lying about your dog's collar. The only people competing with Hasan on the most embarrassing start to 2026 are the 2 people trying to be him, Ian and Anisa.
Things that she describes like admiring in other people, I'm like, I kind of want to strive to be like those people.
Their streams are so painfully boring, they're just watching 90 Day Fiancé. If you did this on YouTube, you would get a copyright strike. Old iDubbbz would hate him.
I'm gonna sit on the end of my bed, gonna set up the camera, and I'm gonna watch some fucking videos. Editing. That shit. What am I, dude, are you gonna edit your video? No, what do I look fucking gay?
iDubbbz has achieved his goal of becoming more like Hasan by making bold claims without looking into them, just making stuff up. He starts going after this Iranian man named Mahdi because he was expressing how much freer he is in America compared to Iran.
It's like a different planet to me.
Yeah.
I feel weird. Like I do not belong here, but I like it here.
You think he's in a marabou? It kind of comes off that way.
It does, yeah. Like, why are you so excited?
Yeah,
Like, you've
yeah.
definitely been
No,
kind of
fine.
dreaming about it.
Yeah.
He's on a show where the entire point is that he gets to come to America. Do you expect him to be sad? Of course he's excited.
Seeing people singing and dancing like on the street, it just feels weird because if you do that in Iran, like they can arrest you. You know that?
For dancing?
Like this,
dancing.
like
It's a little eye-rolly, like, why are you presenting it like... It feels like he's paid to do propaganda
for the US.
Yeah. Oh, this is so strange to me because I'm seeing everyone having such a good time here, being so free
and laughing.
But in Iran, you would be arrested on the spot for having any sort of joy.
If you were ever feeling joy, they would arrest you in Tehran, Iran. Yeah, he's in a marabou. Yeah.
They're making these smug faces, but what he's saying is true. You cannot dance in public in Iran, especially if you're a woman. In 2023, 5 teenage girls were arrested for dancing to Selena Gomez. Again in 2023, Iran dancing couple sentenced to 10 years in jail for posting a video of dancing in the street. 2018, woman arrested for dancing. 2014, Iran happy dancers sentenced to jail. They received 91 lashes. Anisa does OnlyFans, and iDubbbz has posted about how he wants to try OnlyFans. If you two lived in Iran, you'd both be in prison, but they have no perspective. They continue to mock him.
You can't have your dog
On a leash?
even on a leash.
Well, where are
in
you
the
supposed to
street.
keep it?
I don't know, at home.
Okay, so you
Like,
don't know.
Everything has changed.
I just don't think
48
you have a
hours
dog,
ago.
bro.
Yeah, no shot. That's true. None
I-
of this is true. That's what's so
I
annoying
know,
about
like,
it.
This is so.
This is going to be a lot of people's exposure
To
to
Iran.
Iranians and Iranian culture. They're like, oh, I guess.
You can't have dogs in Iran.
Her follow-up question told you all that you needed to know.
Yeah.
Like,
Where do they keep it?
I have no idea. Okay, so you just don't know.
They're calling him a liar and saying that he doesn't know, but he lived there. You guys don't know. Ian and Anisa are watching this from a computer. They can literally just look it up and see that most cities ban you from being able to walk your dog. Ethan reached out and interviewed Madi, and he said he's been pulled over before because they had a dog in the car.
We were like going somewhere and we had a dog. It was my friend's dog in the car, and they pulled us over.
Wow.
So that's when it's stuck in my mind that, oh my God, even in the car, it's not okay to keep the dog.
Everyone knows that if you live in Iran, you cannot freely criticize the Iranian government except for Ian and Anisa. They're not aware. They're implying Madi's a liar.
I have to be, I have to be careful about the words.
You can speak freely here. You're in America.
Are you But they're going to come find me and they're going to drone strike me. The Iranian government will drone strike me if I say mean things.
Listen, he's planning on going back potentially, okay? And if he wants to travel back, he's got to be careful with what he says.
Ian is saying that sarcastically, but it's actually true. Look at the frame they paused it on. The caption says, "I'm worried about my family."
Are they going to check his last 5 years of social media history?
These two have never known hardship. Ian's only normal job was when he worked at the Gap, where he was fired, and Legoland.
I just did not want a normal job. I worked at the Gap.
So you know how to fold a good shirt.
No. No, they let me go. It was seasonal work.
You got fired from the Gap?
I wouldn't say it's fired. They said,
let go.
If I was a good employee, they would have kept me. The second job was Legoland.
Next, he's going to start complaining about how New Year's was on a Wednesday.
Here specifically, they're like, no, let's make sure it's all in there. We want the full context. He's nervous in this moment.
He is. Read his words.
We need to make it clear that people come here because they want our green cards.
Do you guys want the producer to hate on him and call him delusional like you guys are doing? Like, what is the alternative?
Let's comfort him because he's now in the land of the free.
Everything's perfect here.
Nobody said that.
Listen to this again. And by the way, these guys watch 90 Day Fiance. Listen to this.
The land of the free.
Everything's perfect here. We need to make it clear that people come here because they want our green cards.
That's the premise of the fucking show of 90 Day Fiance. They want to come here and get a green card, and you don't know if they're sincere or if they just want the green. That's why you watch.
Why are they watching it?
They're stealing a TV show and they don't even know what it's about. Hasan's chair adds more insightful commentary. They hear Madi say that he's worried about his family and they just look so annoyed about it.
I'm worried about my family. It just goes back to the politics stuff, and
It's not comparable.
yeah.
Okay, brother.
Are you ready to go home?
Madi explains the culture shock of living outside of Iran.
Here, everything looks more colorful.
Well, it's Mardi Gras.
Dude, he is talking like he's writing it's so performative. It's annoying.
He's writing a new American anthem.
Such a big fat lie. Yeah, dude.
Just because you guys refuse to look up anything he says doesn't make him a liar.
I can totally feel the freedom here. I told you 100
Okay,
times,
so
but-
never go back.
So they make fun of him, call him a liar. 2 days later, protests break out in Iran. Death estimates are massive. So then Madi's fiance from the show calls out Ian and Anisa in an Instagram post, saying, "Flashback to when so many of you mocked my husband and called him a liar."
Such a big fat lie. Yeah, dude.
Telling him his reality wasn't real.
None of this is true. That's what's so annoying about it.
My husband has always spoken to me with respect about the heart of Iran, while being vocal about the injustice there. That's what he actually wanted you to see. Can you hear them now? The chanting, the screaming, the deaths. This is the reality you mock. Many of you owe him an apology. Anisa and Ian see this post and they go, "Nah, she wasn't talking about us."
Tiddlywink says, do you know the wife of the Iranian man responded to you and Anisa? She didn't respond to me and Anisa specifically. She was putting out a statement to people who were being rude or judgmental to her and her husband.
That's you guys. You're describing yourself. The cope is real. Dude, Stevie literally posted a picture of your stream and covered your face with a clown emoji. He's directly responding to you. It's obvious to anyone with eyes. But still, Madi clarified this on Ethan's stream, leaving no room for doubt.
And my wife was just directly talking about them because you know what, people can just say whatever they want, but when you have a huge platform like this, you can't just directly be racist and just not doing your research.
Hate to break it to you, Marty, but this is how half of the internet goes about politics. So Ian claims that Stevie was only talking about judgmental people, not them, and then he immediately comes out and says, yeah, we were being judgmental and we're not sorry for it.
She was putting out a statement to people who were being rude or judgmental to her and her husband.
Which I don't apologize for.
No.
Being judgmental.
Hell no.
I can feel the freedom.
This situation is so embarrassing for them, yet they still have the confidence to clip out a soundbite of Marty to continue to make fun of him.
That's how it goes.
If you think we're fucking mean,
yeah,
do not go to the 90 Day Fiancé Reddit. Do not go there.
Why would that make what you said any less stupid? Oh, well, people on Reddit said worse. Is that where you learn about geopolitics, Reddit?
Also, when someone's being an Ameriboo, you can call them an Ameriboo.
I'm allowed. Yeah, we
Yeah.
reserve the right to call somebody an Ameriboo.
They would probably call the dead protesters Ameriboos.
Yeah, he's an Ameriboo. Yeah.
And if I go to Iran and I'm like, this place is awesome, the Iranians can call me an Iranaboo.
Yep.
Or whatever word they have for it.
And they would be correct because it's not our business to whitewash that country's atrocities. In the same way that somebody coming to America and saying they can feel the freedom with what's going on, I don't know. I'm allowed to say it's cringe.
He didn't whitewash any atrocities. He just says that he's more free here than when he's in Iran. Ironically, you guys are running propaganda for Iran when you say that he's lying instead of just looking up the laws. If he was in any Western country, he'd be talking about how much more free he is.
Like, if you want to be critical of the Iranian regime, that's great. That's fine. Like, especially if you have experience, right?
Yeah. He goes, like what you were watching. Experience. Bro, man is Persian. He lives in Iran his whole life. He has some experience there.
But using another country to essentially say, like, America great, America awesome, that's where I have the problem with.
I would have said the same thing if it was like, I don't know, in Canada.
Ian is taking out his political anger on this random immigrant from Iran. Marty explains how he misses his family, and Ian says, well, Iran must not be that bad.
Hardest thing I've ever done was leaving my family, but I can't even be honest with her about that. About it when I was in Iran. If one day you don't want to be with me,
thank you, Ham and Fist.
Still stay in the US. But now, I don't feel like that anymore.
What? I thought you could feel the freedom. Why wouldn't you want to stay in the U.S.? Turns out the U.S. isn't so
I don't know that I'm okay with that
beauteous
either.
after all. Doesn't like the feeling of freedom, I guess.
This is probably
Your takeaway from this is that he hates freedom? In the United States, ICE killed 2 people and it's affecting election polls. In Iran, the protesters are getting mowed down and there is no elections. Ian then starts defending North Korea, notoriously the worst regime in the world.
Just say America is the best country at everything every 10 minutes as a disclaimer on Saturdays. Honestly, that was the most frustrating part of the controversy. Put that in quotes, by the way. Because none of these people coming in here actually give a fuck.
Nobody in your chat cares because nobody is in your chat at all. This is what it looks like.
Iran sucks. Yes. Iran sucks. America, let's not pretend that America is this golden object on the top of the hill. Let's not use it because they do it with North Korea as well.
Compared to North Korea and Iran, the United States is a golden object on the hill. There's a reason these guys moved to Canada and not North Korea. Ian starts getting comments saying it's crazy to attack the guy for his story.
Can you address this real quick? As someone who is a sub and has gifted, letting you know I've canceled my sub, seeing the ignorant comments putting down the Iranian man. Did it for me. A close friend of mine's parents escaped Iran for Italy and have told me how bad the regime is. It's not American propaganda. Very disappointed. Do better. Write me off as a troll. I don't care. I just want you to see the criticism and hopefully think before you speak.
And Ian just starts stuttering because there is no good response.
Honestly, I think this is... Everyone's entitled to their own opinion. Using another country to essentially say, like, America great, America awesome. That's where I have the problem with.
It's cause you're an idiot. There's nothing wrong with him comparing his rights in Iran to people's rights in America. He then starts going off on how the TV show Big Bang Theory is too edgy. Bro, it's like a G-rated family sitcom.
I've been watching The Big Bang Theory. Every fucking episode of this show, nearly every episode of the show, that is an American-made show for the most like normie people in America. They say something about how India is a hole.
I have seen many episodes of this show. I have no idea what he's talking about.
Like, they say it in their own cute, kind of funny way, but like, that shit sucks.
I tried to look up the most offensive joke from this show, and this was all I could find.
Give me the phone. Why? Just give it to me. What are you doing? Don't worry, you'll thank me. Hello, Lolita, Rajkut. Yes, it is good to talk to you too.
This is what iDubbbz thinks is too edgy these days. Ironically, iDubbbz and Anisa mocked Mahdi for his accent their entire stream.
You're being so free.
And laughing.
But in Iran, you would be arrested on the spot for having any sort of joy.
If you were ever feeling joy, they would arrest you in Tehran, Iran.
There's no way that they're this unself-aware. They have to be trolling. Ian then says that Mahdi needs to be more reflective of his actions.
So when I see it in media, perfect example, the 90-day episode where this Iranian man who could have a lot of valid opinions about Iran. I just feel like, to be honest, like if someone's going to be that like not reflective with or uncritical even with that sort of shit, like this might not be the place for you.
Brother, you have like 6 people watching. Don't tell him to leave, so that only makes more people turn on him.
Arc_VR says, my family fled Iran though, and some still exist there and have told me the same sort of stuff. Dude, that's fine. You can be critical of Iran. I'm not taking that away from you. But don't use it as an excuse to say like America the Great. And like feed into American propaganda, right? Like that's essentially the argument.
So he's got to downplay how bad Iran is because you hate America? Are you 5 years old? Ian is so dumb, he has to look up how to win Wordle.
What were the 3 words that allow you to win this every time? It was like pudgy. I'm gonna look it up.
Big old balls that drag me down. You find me dancing around sexy town.
People have been speculating that Ian has blown all of his money. He has had 2 failed boxing events, a fairly inactive YouTube channel. He moved in with his mother-in-law and not jokingly said they were broke.
Okay, so here's the deal.
We're poor. Sorry.
Newsflash, we're poor. That's why we're in the basement for a 3rd or 4th week in a row.
Now Caleb Hammer is coming out and saying that Ian and Anisa sold their house for a massive loss, which is unheard of in today's market.
We know for a fact he is broke because my realtor, who I'm not going to out, is, he's interested in some of the drama things, and we knew that they were trying to sell their house in the Seattle area, and they put a lot of money into renovating the house we saw, and they listed it for only slightly above what they bought it for a few years back. Oh. And they had to keep dropping it by 50,000, 50,000, 50,000. Eventually, before it was taken off the market, I don't know if it was sold, but it was at least taken off the market. I think it was at least 100,000 below what they bought it for after putting hundreds of thousands into a renovation.
Yikes.
They're broke. I don't know how they're bringing in income right now because they don't get views.
Caleb then invites Ian on his show, Financial Audit.
There's always an open seat in this office for Mr. iDubbbz if he wants to come in.
Yeah, come in. I'm not going to be hostile towards you.
Ian sees this offer and just starts saying that Caleb is creepy.
Get on Financial Audit? Nah, dude. That guy. He's so creepy. I don't want anything to do with freaks. That is like red alert. Red alert. Keep the freaks away from me, please.
So I don't know. Maybe they're fine financially, but then I tune into their podcast on Patreon and they're promoting Anisa's OnlyFans by saying Ian is going to be partaking in it, which seems a little desperate.
We went to a cabin in Sylvan Lake and took a ton of photo sets.
Yes. So if you're an OnlyFans aficionado, wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Also videos.
Yeah.
I ate my husband's pickle.
Yeah.
On a video.
Cool. This clip leaks and people make fun of him for it. But then they start to act like they don't know why people thought this.
I have to clarify so people save their money. There's no sex tape that's going to be put on a paid platform. So.
Oh, people were thinking.
Really? Yes, they thought that he had filmed a sex tape.
Jesus.
You literally said you recorded a video with Ian for your OnlyFans. How are you confused? Why else would you say that? But the one thing we didn't consider is that Ian's lack of viewership is by design. He's a genius.
I've watched you since I was 11. Sorry. I can help you.
Oh.
You should be streaming to thousands.
Oh.
Suck my nuts. I don't understand. You want to stream to less? I mean, more viewers are fine. Like, I've had a lot of views on videos. Like, I'm familiar with what that comes with, right? And there's always a cost. More viewers doesn't always mean better.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's not the goal, for sure. Obviously.
Yeah, otherwise there would be thousands of people in here. When I look at Hasan or the rising political pundit in Anisa and Ian, I realize that one prediction of Hasan's is going to come true.
Lying is even more OP than it's ever been.
And these three are some of the best at it. I already feel like 2026 is going to be an insane year, and I'm here to enjoy the car crash. If you enjoyed, subscribe to the channel and check out My Heritage to discover your storied history using my link in the description. Thank you, My Heritage, for sponsoring this video. And shout out to the homies over on Patreon: Crimson Glass, Riveter, Christina Vina, Mac Monkey, Drink Kobex, Necro Valley, The Confusing Opinion, Eddie Bizzle, Tiz McFitz, Christopher H, Sennial Music, Lucas If, ET Automatic, Snoopy Poop Tube 2, Amur ML Bay, Rooney Boo, Drew is Sharing, Clown Factory, Monkey D. Luffy, Shura, Mustard Shirt Guy, and the mega homies IGP Your Taxi, Cyber Katie, Lore Reloaded, Papa Gut, Caden Lulan, BA Subway, Hawk and Load, Kitty Cat, Terox, Fayunder, John Manfreda, Trick, Lucas, and Katie Hawk.